and he had my entire body held down with his legs, and his elbows had my arms out. So I couldn't move. And I started to like black out, and I just remember like looking up like in his eyes, and he was looking me right in the eyes, and like there was nobody there. Like he wasn't there anymore. He was a monster. And my daughter was on the floor on like her bobby pillow, and she was screaming. And it sounded like she was in a whole nother room. Like I could barely hear her. Like he was taking me. And finally I was able to wiggle my leg out from underneath him, and I kicked him backwards, and he tripped over her car seat. And he was like, that's it, like I'm leaving, I'm going. And I'm like, okay. So he left, and I went to the bathroom to grab my phone, and he took it. So I packed up Riley, and I went outside, and we lived in an apartment, but there was like one over here and there's some over here. So I went outside and I screamed help at the top of my lungs. I was screaming for anyone to help me, and no one came. And it's like, you can't tell me no one heard me. So I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. He's gonna be back. He's gonna come back. This is a test. He's gonna come back. So thankfully, I had heard him tell one of his friends the night before his laptop password. So I had gone onto his laptop, and I messaged his cousin, and I said, hey, look, like I need you to come get me. Like, I was like, I need you. And she was like, what happened? And I said, I can't explain right now. I need you to come get me. And I packed up Riley, and I left our apartment, and she didn't live too far away. So I started walking down the road, and within this time, it felt like hours before she got there, but it really was only 5 minutes. And I was walking down the road, or like the sidewalk, and I heard him yell my name. And I was like, okay, like didn't hear him, not gonna do this. So I felt him tug on Riley's car seat, and I pulled her back, and I sat on the sidewalk, and I held her car seat because I knew his next thing was he's going to take her. And if he gets her, I will never get her back. So my thing was he cannot take her, he cannot get her. So I put both of my arms around her car seat, and he tried to pick her up, put her back down to the ground, and he hit me. And that's when actually a lady pulled over. And he tried to pick her back up. I pulled her back down again, and he hit me again. And at this point, probably for his sake also at the time, but also for my own health, I looked at him and I said, she's calling the cops, you better run. And he was like, what? Okay, so he ran through like the bushes, and about the same time his cousin pulled up to get me, 2 squads pulled up as well. And they said, what happened? I said, nothing. And at this point, my entire face is bloody. My neck is purple. I have bruises all over my legs, all over my stomach, all over my arms. And I said, nothing. And they said, another lady called 911. So either way, we're gonna charge him, whether you comply or not. And I said, nothing happened.